Alright, welcome to Hydroneer. I think I played this game forever ago, like recorded it, but if you want the truth, I haven't played it since like 2021, and so much has changed, and since I just for some reason want to play it, and I have no more saves because so much has changed, and the game has gone through like full release and all that stuff, and now there's a DLC apparently. And I kind of just want to play it again. I don't really expect this series to really get anywhere, but I don't care. I kind of just want to play the game. I'm not going to do a tutorial. Let's go Mining Co. Let's just keep it simple. Theme cloud save? Yes, of course, always. Okay, so as usual, we'll start with our shovel and bucket. The starting area doesn't seem to have changed much. Other than this store, which seems to have a drill, which is interesting. We'll look at that shortly. I just want to get all our stuff over here. 433. So we only need like $1,000 to automate. It's not half bad. And we get some here now, but I bet you it's a limited stock. Yeah, what is this? Use machines tier 1 limited stock. Of course it is. How much is the water pipe? I want to get automated water as soon as possible. Oh, these are gray now. There's probably better pipes now. There's probably pipe tiers if I had to guess. 30, so we need like at least $100. Okay, that's not too bad. Unless like it's really hard to get money now, $100. It's like a 5-minute adventure. I guess I could explain it, but the gameplay loop seems to still be the same for the most part. Oh great, I got a gem. No, I got core stone. I have no idea. But essentially, you scoop dirt, you put it in your bucket, you put water in the bucket, which is why I threw the bucket in the ocean, because it's just, you know, better, because it fills it automatically, and then you brush it, and then you get materials. So, see, I got a gem, which is worthless at this stage in the game, so, like, not much value there, but essentially you just keep digging and digging and digging. I realistically shouldn't be digging this close, because I'm going to have, like, automation along here, but whatever. It's fine, it does not matter. We will deal with it later. First upgrade I should do, probably shovel, since you can't fill the bucket with the starter shovel anymore. I've noticed, it just says no if you try to fill it all the way. Alright, got a decent amount of stuff. Let's see how much it's worth. We can't smelt or anything yet, so obviously not much value in this yet. I think the biggest problem with this is it's been so long since I've played or watched anything about the game that, like, I don't remember what the game used to be like. All I know is there definitely wasn't NPCs either. Well, there's $100. That's decent. I was gonna say pretty good, but not really. Can you not put coins in the bucket anymore? Oh, there you go. Okay, apparently it just doesn't like going in the bucket if it's still on the counter. Yeah, I say we do the pipes. Essentially, I want pipes, that way I don't have to work in the lake and I can work in the actual dirt area. 80, how much do we have exactly? 122. We can at least get one more for sure. Okay, well let's start with this. I want piping to start off, and we can reuse this piping in the future, so it's a good investment. Can I put it this high up and have it still work? Yes. Great. Okay, well we have a start. It's not an amazing start, but it's a start. And now we get automatic water and we're nearby, so it's like incredibly easy. I say we try and sell this now. I mean, I don't know if it's as much as before. I think it's a little bit more, but I don't think it's that much more. You know, gotta go slow and steady. Once we get automation, it's gonna be easy, because it's basically just AFK for a bit, come back, fix up whatever's broken, and then you're good. Oh damn, that was way more. Well, to be fair, I did see I got a piece of that, like, cloudium. You can see it hiding back there. So that's probably where a lot of the value is from. Can we get a smelting set already? I don't remember how expensive those are. Crucible. Yeah, we could probably afford it. The main downside to doing an automation setup early on is a lot of the stuff you need to then sort those materials you're going to be now automating is incredibly difficult. Because, oh you're right, you have to pick up the map. A lot of the stuff you need to get from Bridgeport. And the issue with that is a lot of it's in turn very expensive. For example, the furnaces, I know off the top of my head, unless it's changed, are like $2,500. Well, one for each type of resource, plus you need a whole sorting system. It's basically $5,000 of just stuff to just sort properly, which is very annoying. But at least it's like bearable-ish, because you've got an automated machine. You kind of just have to accept the fact that you're going to be smelting just every single thing together and hoping for the best. Now, here comes the usual Hydroneer problem of how do you get this crap into the crucible without making a giant mess. I'm going to try this. Well, that seemed to have worked, so good enough. You know what I need? I need that scale that tells you the value of stuff beforehand. I'm already starting to miss having that. 279. I mean, it's not that great, but I guess I wasn't like going at it for that long. I mean, I was. I did like a good 20 shovels, but I guess in the grand scheme of things, that's not that much for this game. I do want to try those like fishing traps over here. Constructing water and catch fish. I don't know how these work, so let's get a few of them. May as well try and learn if any of this stuff is actually worth it. Okay, now I'm going to also fish myself. Well, I managed to rank up my fishing rod a few times. I'm up to rank 3. And we got quite a few fish, so let's see what it's worth. You know, because we're fishing in a mining game. I don't know, I haven't fished since like release. Or not release, but like since like the first couple of days that I bought the game. Because after a certain point it just gets worthless. So, you know, may as well enjoy it. Wait, you can't sell fish here anymore? Where do you sell fish then? I guess probably at the fishing rod place? Usually you could, like before you could just sell anything anywhere. As long as there was a sell point, you could just sell whatever. Yeah, here's where you upgrade your rod. If I can sell my fish first. 262, not really worth it though. No, I don't care to get you your iron ore at the moment, so... Alright, I need to pick up my money. But first, I want to get one of those, sorters or whatever they're called. What money? 404. I want to get one of these. You know what? I'm just gonna save up. Alright, time to have some fun. We got 500 bucks. Let's get ourselves a drill. 430, and then yeah, you can't buy it. I told you we can only get one of these, which is fine because at least we can get one. You know, one is better than 0, and I'd like to push this back if I can. Okay, now this should hopefully just work, and all I have to do is sit here and just click. Yep, great. All right, cool. I'm gonna farm for a bit then. I managed to make a ring, but it's probably worthless because it has like 10 gold nuggets in it, if even. Because it turns out basically all I got was freaking iron in that thing. I sell it here at least. Yes, 130 bucks. That's a scam. Alright, I let that drill run for a bit, and by a bit I mean probably about 15 minutes. Nothing like crazy, but a definitely significant amount. I'm not even going to bother trying to process it because there's just too many materials to manually sort. What I'm going to have to do is invest in like the magnet stick, but I don't remember how expensive it is, so I guess we have to probably go do a spin by a Bridgeport, or Bridgeport, whatever it's called, I don't remember. We should definitely go do that. Let's go for a spin. It should still be mine, hopefully. Yes, okay, great. Now obviously, let's take the shortcut, which seems to have a new path going down it, so clearly it was a popular shortcut. So, if I recall, the store is in this, like, skeleton. How do you get out? Q, okay, cool. Is the magnet stick still here? Yes, and it is significantly cheaper, wow. It's a logic gem compressor, that wasn't in the game before, neither was a logic lever. Ooh, I kinda want the funnel. Dang, the smelter is only 1,300? That's not bad. The cloudchain pipes, which are ridiculously expensive, holy cow. Well, in that case, let's get a scale, just for the sake of having one, because we're gonna need one. Let's get a magnet on a stick. How much money do we have exactly? 946. That's actually quite a bit. Let's get a funnel for later. And I say we keep our money and then start working. Well, we can't really start working towards the smelter. We're gonna have to start working towards conveyor belts. I mean, realistically, I should have gotten a harvester instead. But what's the fun in that if I already got a perfected system? There's not much point in getting a harvester since I can't filter it easily yet. Easy enough. Alright, back to the grind in that case. And more money down the hole. We got a harvester and a wrench because the thing broke. So when your thing breaks, upgrade your entire system because it's enough. I am having such a hard time with the stupid items in this bucket. Okay, that works. Very scuffed, but it works. What I really need to do is move these all forward one more. That way I can actually have the space to put this here and actually just be able to put the pan on there, but for the time being there is no way to do that because I don't have enough pipes or money to do either, which now we need to grind up to $1,000, which is going to take a while. Alright, I have been letting the drills do their thing, and we seem to have quite the load on our hands here of materials, so let's try and get the pan out. There you go. I don't know how much this is. Maybe I can value check it. What is that, 2,000? Okay, well let's filter it because I only want to sell the gold. I want to keep the iron. I want to make rings. I don't really care about making iron anything. I'm gonna need a better filtering system because stuff just loves going down and mixing because it's a hill and it's annoying. It's all in there. That is a lot. There you go, get all of that in there. This is going to be so much gold. There's a bunch more. I'm probably gonna have to take this thing off the cooker, aka smelter or whatever you want to call it. Alright, let's make a bar out of that. And that is our first giant bar, or max sized bar. At least it sure looks max sized if it isn't. Boom. All of that turned into this little tiny thing. $1,700. That's not bad, you know? Okay, maybe we might sell the iron after all. Because we could get a whole sorting system done probably if we sell the iron. We could get a smelter sorting system if we wanted to. I basically just want to get to a point where we can filter gold and iron from the rest. I don't care if the rest of the things, like the gems and the power shards or whatever, are mixed together. I just care about the iron and gold not being mixed together because that's the big one that's a pain to get. The magnet is just like a smidgen too weak, which is like really annoying. You know, that's not bad. 1,300? Should I sell it? I'll say I think I will. $3,000. That is not at all a bad haul if you ask me. Let's go blow it all because I want to upgrade our setup. Ideally, I'd like to be able to buy 2 sorters and 2 smelters and another funnel in a dream world, but I don't know if I got that kind of money. I'm not sure, even with the reduced prices since I last played. Okay, so after a little bit of finagling to get this to work and also to line up the iron bucket, I believe this should just work. These belts are going incredibly slow, but that's honestly not a huge deal as long as they work. Alright, so I'm going to sell the gold we have just so I can get another smelter for the iron. Just for the sake of simplicity. Dang it, I keep accidentally picking up the anvil. I don't have the builder's hammer. I don't know where it's at anymore. probably in the place that used to sell the windows, which I will have to go there at some point. Yeah, let's go sell this. And then I'm gonna go buy another smelter. And then our setup's gonna be pretty much done for the time being. To advance our setup further, we're going to need, well, we're gonna need more drills, first of all. But we're gonna need better pipes, better money, and realistically, even once we're done with like the 5 drills, we're going to need more land. And then we're gonna have to process all the stuff on that land and just do a whole bunch of stuff, and it's gonna be great. So yeah, I'm gonna go get a smelter, then figure out what our next plan of action is going to be. However, executing that next plan of action is probably going to be in the next episode. Which will probably be figuring out how to get more drills. Because we're going to need more drills, obviously. This is working, but it's not going quick by any means. So yeah, we are desperately going to need more drills, and I say while we're here, if we have the money, we invest in one of these. Alright, I think this is going to be the last bit of gold that we sell for this episode of Hydroneer. Maybe a one-off, maybe not. I think I'll at least do 2. Maybe 3 episodes. So this isn't it. I do want to keep playing this, because I am kind of starting to enjoy it again. But next episode, my goal is going to be to try and get more of those drills. And then if we ever play again, we can try and get into some new land. I don't remember how much all the land all over the place costs, but I have my eyes on the one, what was it? The one up like in the very top corner, because it has water underground, which is very convenient for mass automation. That's all I remember, really. So hopefully that hasn't changed, and I'm not going to end up getting jebaited. But yeah, we're going to figure out how to get more of these drills and harvesters in the next episode of Hydroneer. And then continue upgrading our amazing setup, which is already very good, all things considered, for, I don't know, maybe 3-4 hours of work, which is quite a bit, but I mean, it's far from the worst I've ever done for a single video. Very far from it. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one of Hydroneer, or whatever other crap I end up uploading, probably in between. So yeah, have a good one, and I'll see you guys next time.